gonna get bashed for any of the movies that I have on this list. Alright?
Wanna elevate you higher than you've ever been. So like when you mix that other shit with promethazine on a mental and physical tip, you be my highness, reciprocate, cause everything you give to me is priceless. No other one before you when I put that on my lightsy. You know your girl will trade up the word to be your wife. And all that.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ramona, and today I am giving you a little spooky season, you know, my favorite things to watch during spooky season. Yes, I have on a Michael Myers t-shirt because it fits the theme, might as well. As someone who has watched over 200, probably over 300 horror movies, I feel like I could speak on this. This list is very all over the place, so bear with me. But I'm gonna talk about kid movies, a couple shows, a couple shows in there, and then movies. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So for kid movies, I'm gonna just talk about a few of the movies that I really enjoyed as a child, or I didn't enjoy at all, but I enjoy now. So for kid movies, I have Don't Look Under the Bed, one of the most traumatizing children Halloween movies I've ever seen to this day. I have 150% faith that that movie was not meant for kids, because there is no way. Had me scared to look under my bed about the boogeyman and all. Like, Disney really frightened children with this movie. I still watch it every Halloween. I don't know why. Next for a children movie is Monster House. Love this. I remember every time YTV would show Monster House, I was glued to TV, did not move. This is one of the children Halloween movies that I used to watch every single year without hesitation. Every time it was on Netflix, I used to watch it. It didn't even have to be spooky season for me to watch it. Like, I was very much obsessed. Next, we have Quartz Bride. Literally, Tim Burton movies. Chef's kiss. Sometimes. I do not like Nightmare Before Christmas. I find it very boring. Quartz Bride is boring too, but not as boring as The Nightmare Before Christmas. I cannot sit down and watch The Nightmare Before Christmas, but I sat down multiple times and watched Quartz Bride. Why? I don't really know. I like the animation. Last on the kids movies list, I have Twitches. Obviously, Twitches 2 is on there too, but Twitches, every time it was October, I vividly remember this. This one time after church, Disney was having a movie special, because y'all know on Sundays they like to play movies all day. And when I tell you, every Sunday I used to watch Twitches, I literally, like, every Sunday I used to watch Twitches, to the point where I could have almost spoke every word in the movie. Obviously I don't watch it that much now, but last year I made sure I watched it during my October watch a horror movie every day thing. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Well, a Halloween movie every day. I've done that like 2 years in a row. Watch a horror movie or Halloween movie every day for 31 days. Recommend. It gets annoying. Sometimes you cannot watch a movie on a day, so I just bulk up on the weekends, but it's very fun. So for shows, I have 3 shows. We have American Horror Story, specifically season 1 to 3, because I watched Freak Show, but I did not really enjoy it. I tried to watch Hotel, but it was very disturbing, so I was just like, you know what, I'm not watching past this. I tried to watch the one with Donald Trump. I'll put it down below if I remember, like, on the screen. But yeah, very annoying. But Murder House, Asylum, and Coven, top tier. I love Asylum, but like, the aliens really threw me off. Coven, Chef's Kiss. And then Murder House, I don't think they'll ever be able to outdo Murder House. Murder House just had everyone at the edge of their seats. And they came out with a new one on Disney Plus. I don't know, I think it's from Stars. But I started to watch it, but it wasn't, it's not giving what it's supposed to give. I'm probably only like 3 episodes in, but it's not giving what it's supposed to give. The next 2 are Netflix originals. We have The Haunting of Hill House. I love the way they executed this show. I was so sad when they announced that they were doing another series, but it wasn't part 2 for that. I mean, like, it was beautiful. They knew what they were doing. And I don't even think I've ever heard of the original story that goes with The Haunting of Hill House. But The Haunting of Bly Manor, I've watched a lot of the movies to the story. Absolutely hated the movies. Even the last one that I watched, The Turning, hated it with a passion. Because, like, I don't like the way it ends ever. But the show, a lot better than the movies. I know that the show would be more similar to the book because they get to do length. The movies were horrible. The show was amazing compared to the movies. Next we have movies. Now as black people, we don't have a lot of horror movies that are actual good horror movies. I know Jordan Peele is coming with Get Out, Us. You know, he worked along with Candyman, but us black people, we don't have horror series. But we have Candyman, and that's our only horror series that we have that I know of. I've watched 3 out of 4 of the movies. I watched the first one, the second one. I was about to start the third one, but I keep getting interrupted. I watched the last one, and a lot of people were like, what the hell is this? Why is it like this? I actually enjoyed it because I watched the first 2 movies, so I understand what's going on. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I just enjoy watching the Candyman movies. I've watched the first and second one multiple times. I am ready to watch the last one again. It's the last movie that I've seen in theaters, so I would like to watch it again. I find that movie the franchise the series very mucho los bueno. Next, we have the Conjuring universe. Now, when I'm talking about the Conjuring, Annabelle, The Nun, The Curse of La Llorona, all of those movies, I've watched all of them. A majority of them I've watched all of them in theater except for the last Conjuring. That's to say something. The first horror movie I watched in theater was The Conjuring, and I could not sleep. For a week and not walk around the house by myself for like 2 months. Like, this movie had me in a chokehold. I was very, very terrified. And I was 10. Life-changing moment. I was so happy that I got to go to church the next day. I was terrified, but I did not let that stop me from continuing my obsession for horror movies that I have developed. The second Conjuring, I had night terror. I don't remember the order. I watched all of them in order. Conjuring, Conjuring 2, The Conjuring 3. And then we have Annabelle Creation, Annabelle Comes Home. Then we have The Nun. Then we have The Curse of La Llorona. Out of all those, I do not like The Nun. I don't like her. She makes me very, very uncomfortable. I don't like looking at pictures of her. I don't like watching the movie and seeing her face. I don't like her at all. Sinister, both 1 and 2. I actually enjoyed how the movies were made. I find it very interesting. I would like that man to stop terrorizing these children and making them kill their families, though. It's very annoying. But I like the movies. I can't really remember the second one a lot, but I watched the first one an ungodly amount of times because Netflix in Canada doesn't have a wide variety. So when you find a good horror movie, you just watch it over and over again. That's like me with Oculus. I watched that an ungodly amount of times, and I still cannot tell you how that story goes. Next, we have the Insidious franchise. Did not watch the first one and second one in theaters, but I did watch the third and the fourth one in theaters. And the first and the second one are really, those movies are unnecessarily gloomy. The brightest color is red. Now, I love the color red, but damn, you turn up your brightness all the way and you still can't see. Very frustrating, but I like the story, and it just, anything that adds up together looks really nice. Yeah. Darkness Falls is about a tooth fairy. It's a very sick tooth fairy. This tooth fairy like to kill people, children in particular, and I feel like this is also one of those movies that I used to watch unnecessarily because, didn't have a lot of options, but I actually enjoyed that movie. It's a very interesting story. Next, we have Dead Silence. And we just had to add this because I just remembered this. But when I watched this movie, I was watching it with my sister, and she don't like clowns. So when the clown puppet showed up, she left me in the basement by myself in the dark. I still don't forgive her for that. It does not give what it was supposed to give. I actually like the movie. The story is really nice, like, but her leaving me in the basement was not something I like at all. Next we have I'll Spit on Your Grave. This is a triggering story, so I do not recommend any and everyone to watch it. You gotta have a strong chest to watch this because it is traumatizing. And although it is traumatizing, I've watched it multiple times. But all I can say is that those men that troubled that girl got exactly what they deserved. That's all I'm gonna say. Next, we have Lights Out. Wonderful, wonderful James Wan killing it with another horror movie. And this one had me shaking in my boots. Like, I watched this in theaters with my family and holy, everybody was screaming. Up to this day, it's still somewhat frightening. Like, I'm getting chills just reminiscing. That movie was so beautifully executed. Like, horror movies were giving a lot of comedical relief. Like, they weren't scaring people like they were before. This movie scared people with this little bit of comedy, but it still scared people. Storyline, crazy. Plot twist, crazy. Like, I was watching a movie and by the end of the movie, I'm like, so you already know. Next, we have Skeleton Key. The Skeleton Key. My sister actually put me on this one. Storyline. Wow. Might be a little bit angry at the end, but like, plot twist, everything is just wow. Next, we have The Gallows. I watched that in theaters, and I know there's a Gallows part 2, but I have not seen it yet, unfortunately, because every time I'm looking for somewhere to watch it, it's not giving me what I want to watch. So I'm buckle down and actually watch it, but I was not expecting that movie to give what it gave. And very low budget looking, very much school project looking, but it's like, it gives Paranormal Activity vibes, but better. Next, I have Final Destination, the whole franchise 1 through 5. Like, as I said before, I like things that flow together nicely. The ending of 5 is the beginning of 1. Chills. Because, like, I like things that are executed like that. I like it that it's in a loop and I could continuously watch it over and over again. Applauding the people that made that. They did a wonderful job. I am still, you know how many things I'm afraid of because of Final Destination? I'm surprised I still go on roller coasters. I don't like tanning beds. I don't like driving on the highway with trucks. I don't like planes. I don't like none of the things that happen in that movie. Terrifying. Because if you was in that situation in real life, I know for a fact, I wouldn't even let the things kill me. I would just, done with myself. Not really scary, but I had to include the scary movie franchise. I love the first one. I love the second one. The third one is alright. It starts to die down from the third one. As long as my girl Brenda is there, I love it. But the fourth one, not really. The fifth one, I like to see Matt Miller in it. Rest in peace. But I don't really like that one. The first 2 were amazing. They did what they did. It was funny. The moment less black people were in the movie is when it stopped being as entertaining as it was. I'm gonna just leave it there. Like, there's black characters in the last one, but it's giving very much 2 seconds. And obviously the classics, Halloween, all of those. I am very much irritated with Halloween. I'm very much irritated with Friday the 13th. I'm very much irritated with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, unless it's the one with Trey Songz, because I will gladly watch that on any given day. You have The Omen, Carrie, all those done watched them a lot of times. Those are classics. You gotta make sure you watch those. If you're trying to get into the horror movie thing, you gotta watch those. And the best way to close off spooky season, I used to do this every year. I don't know why we stopped doing this every year. Me and my sister would sit down on either Halloween or November 1st, and we watch Black Christmas to tie them both together. Spooky season done, Christmas right here, Black Christmas. Not the first one, not the last one that came out, because I don't like when they remake movies, but the second remake, which is the second movie, well, the first remake, which is the second movie, like, the story is just there. It makes sense. I like it. That was a tradition of ours. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your favorite horror movies down below. What do you like to watch during spooky season? That's the better question. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. 'Cause shawty, you a bad one.